Hello Wolfpack. I wanted to do a quick update here on Digibyte. Digibyte is a coin that basically in the crypto community has been around since 2014 and is aimed to be one of the top rivals to Bitcoin. It's got many similar aspects to Bitcoin. It's got 21 million coins total. It has a similar mining process. Basically their claim to fame is that they have faster transactions at a lower cost, and they're also used for other things within the Digibyte network that we're not going to get into. But that's essentially what it is. It's one of those Bitcoin rival coins, something similar to Nano. Nano and Digibyte have very tight communities, basically cult followings who believe that their coin will eventually overtake Bitcoin. And this video is not to say that's not the case. This is just a TA analysis. I definitely have invested in Digibyte in the past, and Nano as well. Digibyte, I see it as a great investment during the altcoin season. But fundamentals aside, let's get into the TA here. So we can see Digibyte, and let's just quickly go into coin market cap so we can get a good overall view here. So we can see Digibyte popped onto the scene in crypto in 2014, start of 2014. Didn't really get that much traction until the 2017 bull market, or even before that point, where it started spiking. And you can see here with Digibyte, it's one of these coins that doesn't have much gradual movement. It catches hype very quickly, and it spikes up quickly, spikes down quickly. Within a matter of couple weeks, it will go up 10x and back down all the way. So this is a coin that you want to be very careful with holding for the long term, in my opinion. This is a great coin for swing trading, because if you can predict when that massive pump's going to happen and get out, near the top or as close to the top as you think, or whenever you want to, honestly, you can really make some good profits with Digibyte due to the nature of the coin. This is kind of like, there's two different types of coins in charting. There's the coins that have the gradual long-term growth, like Bitcoin, like, Ethereum. Obviously nothing's gradual in crypto, but in relation to this, yeah, much more gradual. And then you have coins like this that just go to the moon and go straight back within a couple of weeks, due to the fact that they catch a lot of hype in the community. And we've seen that happen on multiple occasions here. Even, outside of the bull market in 2017, we saw three separate, mini pumps that we saw here. And, it really is, quite potentially profitable what you can do on Digibyte. I mean, I was looking to invest in Digibyte back here in September 2020, expecting one of these big pumps, because it didn't really happen. We pumped up to this support level here at the 2 cent area and sustained. And we were waiting for that big pump when the bull market took place, and we saw it there. But we could be seeing another one. That's obviously going to breach through to new all-time highs if the bull market sees in continuation, which is looking likely at this point. So we can see here on Digibyte on the 1 daily chart and trading view that we've risen up basically. If we went all the way from the bottom of the bear market, let's zoom out. We've risen up. Let's wait for this chart to load. Okay, so from here we've risen up roughly 900%. So basically a 10x from not even the bear market lows, just this miniature plateau over here in July 2020 that we kind of entered. But that's massive returns, especially in comparison to other altcoins. Again, that's due to the volatility. We also saw massive drops. Obviously, what comes up hard has to come down hard as well. We saw drops of up to 82% here on Digibyte. And that's just a correction due to the volatility. Obviously, if you're going to have a spiky coin, it's going to drop down a lot harder as well. So every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's something that you should be taking into account in your risk management analysis when you're analyzing these coins and asking yourself whether you want to invest. But we can see here on the short term of Digibyte, if we pull up some indicators, we'll pull up the bull market support band, the 50-day SMA and the 200-day SMA, and then the Gaussian channel as well. Let's remove this for 1 second. We can see that we've kind of just flipped over this 50 SMA on the daily chart after breaking out of a descending wedge. So we're looking quite good in the short term just based off that information. Our next major block of resistance here on Digibyte will have to be the bull market support band and the 200 SMA, which is stationed starting at around 6 cents to 8 cents. So how far above is that? So that's roughly 30 to 70% away. Once we get over that resistance zone, we've got a massive block of resistance, which is our trend resistance, up to 9.5 cents, from which if we see a break past that point, we'll basically be going to new all-time highs guaranteed, due to the fact that the bull market would have to continue to get us up above that point. So what I'd be expecting here, and what I'd recommend, in my own personal opinion, is if you're a conservative investor, you're someone who's waiting for 100% confirmation, or as close as 100% as you can get. You want to be waiting for a break of this $9 the 9.6 cent zone up here at the top of this resistance zone, from which we'll probably see, once we get above, some bouncing in this area before a sharp incline up, as Digibyte is natured to do. In the meantime, we have flipped this 50 SMA, and we'll bring up the Gaussian channel. We have a little bit of resistance here at 5.3 cents roughly. We'll probably be seeing something like this within the Gaussian channel and breaking out of that bull market support band, and hopefully continuing the bull market once Bitcoin has reached new all-time highs and we see an all-season continuation. So it's looking pretty good for Digibyte in the long term. I definitely think Digibyte could see spikes. I mean, if we look at our all-time high on Digibyte, we reached the all-time high in this last pump. So this up here was 18 cents was the all-time high of Digibyte in history. So realistically, what we want to be seeing on Digibyte is, at least probably we're looking at a 50 cent Digibyte by the end of the bull market, considering the fact that the alt season only lasted a couple of weeks that we saw earlier this year. Altcoins are usually 10x from their previous all-time high in the last cycle. If we go a little bit more conservative, we say something like a 5x. Digibyte's looking at a 50 cent all-time high. But that being said, Digibyte is a very quick mover. So if it gets to that point, and that's a big if already, all right, 50 cent is quite a while away. It's a 10x away. But if it does get to that point, it's going to be there very, very briefly. This coin moves fast, very erratically, so you have to keep your eye on the market if you're going to be looking to invest in Digibyte. If you're going to be looking to invest in terms of fundamentals and you like the coin fundamentally, this probably isn't the place to invest. The place to invest would have been in the bear market, or even back here in this green box that we've outlined here, which was our buying zone for Digibyte in the Telegram group. You're probably not too far off right now. It's probably not a bad place if you're going to do a swing trade, but for long-term accumulation, realistically, you shouldn't care about the price you're actually buying it at because you believe in the product fundamentally. But for a swing trade, this green box is definitely the right area to pick it up. Right now, it's not a too bad time because we've just flipped the 50 SMA, which gives us some extra security in case of a drop. But let's head over to the Bitcoin chart on Digibyte, so the Digibyte BTC pair. What we can see here is very erratic movements, and this is obviously due to the fact that, as we've outlined a few times already in this video, it's a very spiky coin, and hence it's going to be spiking on the Bitcoin pair, and it's very hard to draw analysis when a coin is like this. But what we can kind of expect here for Digibyte is just some leveling out while Bitcoin gains its ground, because again, guys, Bitcoin is going to be the coin that moves up first in the bull market. What we saw this bull market is a move from that 20k region back in I think it was October, and then up to the 65k region only a couple of months ago here on Bitcoin. And then once we got to that 65k region, we dropped back down to the 50 to 60k range. That's where we saw that range-bound construction, and that's where we saw the altcoin season take place. While people got bored of Bitcoin because of the range-bound construction and started funneling their money into altcoins in seeking of higher returns. So we'll probably be seeing something like that on Digibyte. We'll probably be seeing some sideways action while Bitcoin finds its new all-time highs, and then some quick pumps up like we've seen here in these big wicks here back in 2014 and back in 2017. So we'll probably let's just redraw that. We'll probably be seeing something a lot more volatile than that. Big wicks up and drops back down for the bear market. That's under the assumption that Digibyte doesn't get adopted, or something massive like that happens. We're going to see more of that spiky action, but that's what I'm expecting for Digibyte. We can look quickly at the volume chart on CoinMarketCap here. We've got some nice sustained volume here. As you can see in these big pumps, we've seen sustained volume due to the people buying in because of FOMO, because it doesn't move very fast. But we don't have much consistent volume here on Digibyte. It does have a cult following, so it's got that extra security. It's probably never going to zero, unless something drastic happens. It's been around since 2014. So it's definitely a long-lasting coin here. And it is a worthy competitor that people should look into, especially if you're looking for, what I like to do in investing, guys, is I like to look at a coin and I like to look at their competition, and I invest in their competition as well, because you want to open yourself out to all scenarios. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. For example, with Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, they're very big rivals, so you want to invest in both. All right, so that way, if one of them, quote unquote, wins, you've not, put your eggs in the wrong basket and lost the whole, investment. So definitely look to invest in both Nano and Digibyte if you're in this kind of field. All right, so that's been the analysis on Digibyte, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned something about Digibyte and its potential competitors in the market. What we might be seeing in an altcoin continuation for Digibyte. Make sure to check out the Telegram group. The link is in the description. We're going to be posting a trading signal for Digibyte very shortly in our free group. So make sure to check that out if you're interested. And thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.